I am an NITian. Yes, you heard it right. After our grand success on Facebook with 1.1 lakh plus followers and 28k plus followers on Instagram, we now have started an interaction session with our audience where we'll be having some topper talks and college review series. I hope you all would have subscribed to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon for more updates. So I, Nisarg Shah from SVNIT Surat, welcomes you to our YouTube channel. And I will be hosting this episode of the most awaited UPSC Talks. This is our first interaction session where we'll know the tactics generally opted by the toppers for cracking such high-level examinations. Be the change that you wish to see in the world, were the words quite firmly believed and practiced by our guest, Mr. Siddharth Sir, who is an BTech graduate from NIT Trichy in the batch 2018. Sir has cleared UPSC examination in the year 2019 with an All India rank of 155. Sir has been an inspiration of collegial youth in India and also an icon of success. It's a moment of pride for me to be a host and to share the platform with such an eminent personality. A very warm welcome, sir.
Thank you for the warm welcome. I am Siddharth Palanichamy. I finished my mechanical engineering from the National Institute of Technology in the year 2018. I have received an All India rank of 155 in the Civil Services examination this year. It's a pleasure being a part of this interview.
Awesome. Welcome, sir, once again. Sir, regarding your college life, you are part of NIT Trichy. I would like to ask you, how was your daily life in college? How was your normal schedule in college?
Yeah, it was pretty much the regular life of all NITians, I believe. As always, we attend classes to, match our 75% attendances, and that is what I did as well. And post our classes, it was pretty much sports for a larger extent because I was a part of the college tennis and handball team. So sports used to, take up a lot of time in college. Apart from that, I was a part of the technical Baha SA India club. It was a core mechanical engineering club, so we used to, work our part in that. So pretty much my college life revolved around, sports and Baha SA India. So this was my college life.
Awesome. That's good. So you said your college life comprises mainly of sports and Maha India. So how did you cope up your time? How did you spend time in sports and how did you cope up your UPS preparation? How was the time management over there?
Yeah, so during UPSC preparation, we definitely need to compromise on our hobbies and interest a little bit. You cannot definitely be playing sports for hours together as we did during college, but it is definitely not advisable to completely leave your interest and go full-fledged for UPSC because you need to have healthy state of body and mind for the preparation. So I made sure that I did 15 to 20 minutes of workouts or exercise every day. And during weekends, I found sports centers or grounds nearby the place of my preparation, and I went there to play for a couple of hours. That is how I maintained my hobbies during the UPSC preparation.
That's awesome. So when did you start your UPSC preparation, and when you started, who was your inspiration to crack this UPSC examination?
Okay, so I got introduced to UPSC as a career during my final year of undergraduation. Back then it was just getting myself aware, and as someone who's aware of the happenings that is taking place around me. To know that, I started reading the basic newspapers, and to a part I started reading the NCERTs. This was what I did in the final year of college, but yeah, that is all that I did actually in terms of UPSC. My preparation started, post college only. Inspiration, I would say there are quite few seniors from my college who had actually cleared the exam before me. There was an All India rank 29 from my college who was 2 years senior to me. He was my biggest inspiration.
That's amazing. So in your final year, you must have applied for college placement and you must have received a college placement. So did you accept or reject that offer, and why you did so?
Yes, so I was placed in an oil company by the starting of my final year, and it was close to a 9 lakh per annum package. 9 lakh per package, 9 lakh per annum package job. But I chose not to take that job because I wanted to pursue UPSC. So the decision was really not an easy one. It was really a difficult one, giving up a high paying job and, going to, taking up something so uncertain where the challenges are really high. It was a difficult decision to make, but eventually it's
amazing. Actually, it's fruitful. You got the All India rank 155, and it's a moment of pride for you and for everyone in your family, obviously. Coaching, how did you learn? How did you study for UPSC? Did you join any coaching classes for exam preparation? And if you did join, how was the atmosphere of learning around?
So yes, I did join coaching classes. I finished my college and directly went to Delhi for preparation. I stayed in the area where there are a lot of UPSC aspirants, and the area and the location is known for UPSC preparation. I stayed right there. I attended coaching classes for my general studies as well as my optional subjects as well. I joined the test series. I attended the tests. So it was pretty much the planning and the strategy that I had to work on my own was very little. I had to execute something that was fed to me. I would confidently say that this exam is an exam of strategy rather than an exam of knowledge. So there is some strategy to clear this exam, and it was constantly fed to me by teachers and my mentors. So I had to plan that strategy and execute it. That is what I did. And
so UPSC is an exam of strategy and not of knowledge. That's what you mean to say, right?
Yeah, that is what I believe, and that is how I approach this exam.
That's nice. So how many hours did you dedicate and devote to this preparation daily? And that you believe that we should also put in?
Yeah. So during my preparation, it was 5 hours of my time would go in classes itself. So post those 5 hours, I would put in around 6 hours per day, for preparation. As such, that awesome. From my side.
That's it, right?
So it comes around close to 10 to 11 hours. Yeah.
Nice. While preparing, everyone has a favorite subject, as you know. So what was your favorite subject? And you were confident that I can easily crack the questions from this section. Which subject was that, or which section was that?
No, I can answer the first part of the question, but the second part of the question is a bit difficult. Okay, let me see. But then the interesting subject that I found was political science and international relations, because you're learning something totally new, and you're going to learn it more than the general studies subjects, because that was my optional as well. So I found it very, very interesting, and the thoughts, the Western political philosophy, and the different dimensions that you get when you read those subjects is really interesting. Confidence wise, I wouldn't say that I was pretty confident in a lot of subjects, but if I have to point out one subject that I was confident in, then I could say mains mein ethics paper I was pretty confident.
Right. Yeah. Next. So coming up to the next question, I believe, and I face that at some point of time, people get stressed out. They feel tense, they feel frustrated, and start losing hope that I won't qualify. So you must have faced this issue, or you must have gone through it. And what would you advise to again kickstart the preparation? How can a person cope up with such stress and such mental pressure?
So as I said, mental health is definitely the biggest part of UPSC preparation. So to keep myself mentally healthy, I did practice meditation, which is one thing that I would like to tell someone who's aspiring to prepare. Meditation will definitely help you ease out on your stress and maintain a calm state of mind. That is one thing I would like to suggest. The second thing about getting back to preparation, the strategy that I followed was at least from the prelims point of view, was one step at a time. So I was attending a test series, and I had to write tests every weekend. So my goal for that week was to finish that test and score good in it. That is all that mattered to me. So for me, the preparation would be learn and read and learn, and the test that I write on Sunday, I should do it well. That is my only goal. That was my short-term goal. I did not think in long term. Long term I did not think. So when you do that continuously, eventually you're completing your syllabus. You're eventually getting the practice of tests as well. At the same time, you're not stressing yourself too much to complete everything, because all that you cared about was that 1 week of test. So when you do that, finally when you look back, you would have done a lot of good work, and you would have you'd have already gained your confidence in answering the questions.
Right. That's an amazing idea. I mean, we should also implicate that in our college life, even in the preparation examination.
Definitely.
This is something that we can look up to and try it in our lives.
Yes, definitely.
Your rank 155. Were you expecting that, and did this rank actually meet up to your expectation?
No, to be quite honest, I wasn't expecting this good a rank. I was expecting somewhere close to 400s or 300s, but the rank that I've got, I'm really really grateful for the rank that I've got. Yes, yeah, I'm really grateful for what I've received. I mean, I've got something which awesome. I didn't even expect you to get.
Right. So what is your next goal in life? Do you have anything planned for the future, and what is that?
My short-term goal is to go to the academy and learn the best, perform the best that I can, because as of now you're not exposed to what the system is and you're just an outsider. So getting to know the system and understanding what it requires is my first goal as of now. And long terms, as long as you're performing your present short-term goals better, the cumulative effect is definitely going to be good in the long term. Right. So it's easier to do this also.
Right, amazing. That's right. So I agree to that. So last question for this talk would be, what's the most important advice that you would like to give to the UPSC aspirants that we have who is watching the video right now? What's the piece of advice that you would give and make the day for them? So
my sincere advice would be that UPSC is becoming a very dynamic exam, and the requirement of UPSC, what UPSC expects from you is completely changing day by day. So it's become a very dynamic process. So your learning should be very holistic as in sticking to, you're definitely going to read your standard textbooks and your class materials, but that alone is not enough, is what I feel. You have to make your paper unique, or to make your paper, your answers stand out. You have to include, examples. You have to include a lot of, references. You have to include a lot of quotes. So that kind of skill, or I wouldn't call it a skill. How would you call it? Yeah, that kind of, let me keep it as skill itself. Would come. You should take things from anything that you do or anything that you see. For example, we all do, browsing Facebook or Instagram, but we do find good things on Instagram, and I as a practice noted some few of the quotes that I saw on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, and I kept it for my essay notes. So that is one simple thing that you can do when you're browsing on Instagram or Facebook, but that is definitely going to be helpful in your essays or ethics papers as well. Or when you're traveling in your metros, you can listen to 2 or 3 songs, and same time you can combinedly listen a podcast or something. So you take up learning as a subconscious process. Your answers, you can write anything. It has to be relevant to the question, but you can include examples from the movies that you have watched, the matches that you have seen, the players that you love. Okay. So when you include all this and make your answer a unique answer with a lot of examples, and make it holistic, I think you would do good, because what UPSC expects is completely changing day by day, is what I feel.
Okay. So creativity is a key to success. Creativity is basically a short
that would be my short conclusion.
Right, sir. So with this, we come to an end of this episode of the UPSC interview series, presented to you by IAMANNITIAN. Ends are not the bad things. They just mean that something else is about to begin. We wish you all the best for your future endeavors, sir, and the fellow audience. I hope you enjoyed this interactive session with me, Nisarg Shah. This is not the end, but the beginning of something new. So why not get connected over Instagram, Facebook, and various other platforms. Link given in the description box below. Till then, you all keep liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Machate raho and alvida.